Hello and welcome to Tim and Joel's Weekly Draw. This week we're giving our predictions for WWE's Clash of Champions happening this Sunday. Joel, on a scale of Zelina to Roman Reigns, how excited are you for this show?
I'm gonna give it a Nakamura. It's gonna be strong, but maybe it doesn't quite live up to its potential. I think that's the answer. What do you think?
I mean, that feels right. After I said it, I immediately felt uncomfortable having Roman Reigns at the top end of a scale, personally. But times have changed, and this is where we are.
Tim, there are 9 matches on this card, which is rare for a WWE event going into a pay-per-view. Normally, we'll have a bunch of kickoff matches announced at the last second, but at the top of the card, the man who made you wretch is Roman Reigns. And for the Universal title, it's going to be Roman Reigns, the champion, taking on Jey Uso. Who do you think is going to win this match?
Jey Uso, hands down. I'm lying. Roman's going to squash him.
And it's going to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And it's going to be everything we needed.
I'll enjoy it. I'm looking forward to it.
Would you like to see maybe the other Uso, Jimmy, get involved?
Is he around? I don't know what his life is like. Why is he off? Why aren't they buddies right now?
He's injured. He's on the shelf. He has been on the shelf for probably about 6 months now. Don't have it time this recording. Okay. But who knows? He could make an appearance.
That sounds like recovery time. So
maybe their father, Rikishi, could make an appearance.
I would love that so much. I would be so happy to see Rikishi on TV again.
I wouldn't mind seeing Roman Reigns beat down everybody in that family until he gets to WrestleMania and has to take on a certain famous cousin of his.
We're already beating up other people's families with the Mysterios. Let's just add another one, and that is an awesome build to a certain someone at WrestleMania.
Moving on to the WWE title match, it's going to be an ambulance match. Drew McIntyre, the champion, is going to take on Randy Orton. And how will Keith Lee factor in, if at all? And will we be seeing a new WWE champion? Tim, what do you think?
I mean, I would not be surprised to see Randy win. I personally don't really want that, but I would not be surprised. Keith Lee will likely factor in interfering in the match, just as Drew's been interfering in his matches. It feels like an odd choice if they're going to go for a sustained run against each other, being as they're both faces, but we'll see where they go.
I wouldn't mind seeing Randy Orton take the win. I also wouldn't mind seeing Keith Lee not even become a factor until the next night on Raw.
I would certainly prefer that.
Yeah, let this be a clean finish. Or if there's going to be something strange, it's an ambulance match. There's going to be something strange that happens regardless, so it doesn't matter. But I want to see maybe Randy get that world championship. On Monday night, he was very, very passionate. He looked like the man who was about to be given a WWE championship. Yeah. And what does that mean for down the line? Maybe we're going to see Drew recrowned as the WWE champion, coming up from behind, maybe with some fans in attendance. It might be an interesting view.
Yeah, I mean, that would be okay with me. We'll see.
We'll see. Moving on to the SmackDown side of things. For the SmackDown Women's Championship, we have the champion Bayley taking on Nikki Cross. This is not the first time these two have matched up before. It's been almost all summer that the two of them have been facing one another. Who do you think is going to walk out of this one?
Honestly, could go either way. There's so many ways you could take this. I think it'll be an interesting match to watch. Would be kind of on the edge of my seat, waiting to see who goes over.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see Bayley retain the championship, but Nikki Cross getting the win by disqualification. It could be as simple as Sasha coming out, costing Bayley her championship. Maybe that brings Nikki Cross getting the title. Maybe Sasha just DQs the match and that's it. Bayley retains. Or here's another option for you, because we can build 2 feuds out of it. Do we see the debut of Alexa Bliss, the Girl Fiend?
The Girl Fiend. Maybe. I don't know. That'd be weird.
She could cost Nikki the match.
Just with like directionless wrath, I guess.
Lights go out. She's wearing this new costume, big crazy mask, whatever it is. Hits Nikki with the Sister Abigail. We're off to the races for those two. Meanwhile, you've got Bayley, who's still the champion, and we already know what's going to happen with Bayley next. Presumably, that's a Hell in a Cell match with Sasha. Yeah. So why not, right?
Yeah, that sounds cool as hell. I'd be very much into that.
Well, Cross-platform, you've got the women's tag team championships that are going to be defended. We have Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, who I very affectionately refer to as Shania Payne, taking on the Riot Squad. I think, Tim, that the Riot Squad needs to win it. I think they need
Almost
to
certainly.
dominate and
Yeah.
be an actual tag team.
Yep, absolutely. This will be the quick breakdown of Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler. They'll do a feud. Makes sense to me. It's a shame because Shania Payne would be a great name.
Down the line, I'm sure we'll see another opportunity for Shania Payne to rear their ugly head, right?
Perhaps.
Well, something about their tag team title reign, it just hasn't impressed me much.
No, I mean, I don't think... Oh, you're a funny man. All right.
I was sitting on that one.
Yeah, okay.
I just want the Riot Squad to be brought over to NXT, to SmackDown, everywhere. I don't want it to be just a Raw defended championship.
No, and as the only remaining like real women's tag team, they kind of have to. So
yeah. Moving back over to the SmackDown side of things, here's a match we're going to be looking forward to, maybe. Cesaro and Nakamura defend their SmackDown Tag Team Championships against Lucha House Party. And really the story here is all about the split of Lucha House Party.
it has to be. Like, I mean, I like every wrestler involved in this match, but I just don't care about the build they've done. Like, it's been so scatterbrained by having Cesaro and Nakamura do the brand to brand invitational stuff that like it's felt really kind of clunky. And like, I don't need Lucha House Party to break up because like that's a weird. Okay, cool. Now we're gonna watch these two guys feud, or three guys separately feud.
There might be a story to tell when Cesaro and Nakamura walk out with that tag team championship because Lucha House Party can't get their house in order.
Yeah.
And that wouldn't be so bad. It would probably factor in a little bit better if they don't have the tag team championships. Or I don't see a point to having them win the tag team championships and then maybe defend it under the Freebird or New Day rule. What does that really accomplish? I mean, SmackDown's tag team division isn't very strong to begin with. And the two other tag teams that you can bring into it, being Heavy Machinery and Miz Morrison, they're currently in the midst of a legal battle over Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
So
a singles title opportunity is what they're preoccupied with. Just pointing that out.
Listen, that Money in the Bank briefcase can be cashed in on any championship. So,
yeah. Okay.
But yes, typically it is. Speaking of typical or atypical in this case, we have the Intercontinental Championship going on in a ladder match. It will be Jeff Hardy, the champion, Sami Zayn, the other champion, and AJ Styles facing off in a three-way, hitting ladders, skin, contact, hardness. Who you got?
It better be Sami, or I'm gonna be mad. Like, he is the one true champion. There's no question to that. So, I mean, he came back with a belt. The other one's clearly a copy. We saw one on TV. Then there was another one, but Sami still got his. So Sami's the champion. I want Sami to win. And I'm very excited for this match.
At least they explained away why Sami was stripped of his championship.
Yeah, it makes sense. He can't defend, but they're also like, for reasons nobody knows. Because the world went to shit. Like,
oh, no, it's still actively happening.
Yeah.
Either way, it's going to be an interesting match. Who do you think is going to win, Sami Zayn?
Do I think he's going to win? No. He should. Jeff Hardy's probably going to win.
You know what? I will take Sami Zayn because I want to be contrarian and because I want to see Sami Zayn really just be that obnoxious jerk and maybe have Jeff Hardy move on to maybe Roman Reigns.
Yeah, sure.
Move him up the card. See what happens. But you know what? I made a joke. It's three old men beating the crap out of each other with their bodies and with ladders.
Yeah.
So it's going to be probably the match that most people are most anticipating. It's going to be good. Speaking of things that are going to be good, probably not much better than that.
Yeah.
Is a match we've seen a million times so far. It's the United States Championship on the line. Bobby Lashley, the champion, taking on Apollo Crews. Now, the Hurt Business obviously has become a much bigger deal over on Raw, and it's been hit with much acclaim. But this match, probably not one I'm wanting to see.
No, I mean, it's got to be Lashley again. Because, like, what is if they take that title away, it weakens the Hurt Business. And then for what? To extend this feud longer? No, thank you.
Is there a space where maybe Retribution gets involved?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That is almost certainly what's going to happen.
Well, I also think Bobby Lashley is going to retain, and we'll move on to another match we've seen a million times. We have the Raw Tag Team titles on the line. The Street Profits, the champions, taking on Andrade and Angel Garza. Again, seen it.
Think they'll be friends? They seem to be getting along okay again.
Yeah, no, I guess they don't need no woman, I guess. Is that the thing?
Yeah. Like I said, Andrade just wants to hook up. Zelina was getting in the way.
No, that's Angel.
That was Angel.
Wants to hook
Oh
up.
my God.
Yeah. Andrade's very happily committed to a queen.
Oh yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Don't want to make that one angry.
Well, let's just give it to the Street Profits. They're going to win. Maybe.
Yeah, 100%.
Is there a way that Angel and Andrade come out as victors in this thing?
If they lean into like Zelina not winning and them winning, and then Zelina goes back to them and they kind of lord that over her. Like, what kind of manager like has that kind of a fit, goes off, doesn't accomplish it, whereas they did without her? But then where does that go, right? Like, they're not going to get into a feud with Zelina. So
I can only see them maybe coming together after their one victory together on Raw and saying, we can do this. We haven't done it before. Now it's time to win the big one, which happens to be the saying nowadays.
Yeah. Okay. I have one angle.
Sure.
Everything I just said happens. Zelina comes back with two new champions, like a new tag team that she's a manager for, and then they feud. That'd be okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who are they?
I don't know. I have no idea. There's no tag teams.
Well, I'm glad that we went that far ahead. Hey, speaking of Zelina Vega, she's going to be on the kickoff show taking on Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship. Zelina just showed up and
out of nowhere.
Just started wrestling again. Listen, if we go back, yes, she's a wrestler, and yes, she's had a career as a wrestler to some degree, but she's obviously been a manager for WWE and NXT when she started there since her beginnings. Why now? Why one victory to get her a championship match?
Yeah, especially over Mickie James.
Yeah.
Like, I truly don't know. It came out of left field for me. The whole thing has been unpleasant. The build has been what now? Like a week and a half, kind of, when the first announcement thing happened. But like, I don't care. I just want to watch Asuka squash her. Be done with it. Did you
just call her Asuka?
Asuka.
Asuka. It's better than Asuka.
Nah. It's been a long week, yeah. Raw took it out of me.
Maybe it was Zelina Vega's the leader of Retribution.
Oh, that would be great. Heavenly.
They can call her Z-Bar.
Z-Bar.
That's right. Well, that's going to do it. That's going to be our picks and our predictions for the WWE Clash of Champions pay-per-view. You can catch us every single Thursday night on our YouTube channel, 8 p.m. Eastern. Tim and Joel call it in the ring. You can find us every week doing this weekly draw for PW Unlimited. We're happy to be here, and we love to talk wrestling with you. So follow us wherever you get your podcasts. You can get us on Anchor FM. You can get us on Twitter and Instagram at Tim and Joel Pod. And I guess we'll see you next week.